it's a family that's in need of us to help them.
See what's happening with this case.
And this is a case that I set up.
It's probably the last case before the Thanksgiving blackout period. We'll do blackout periods around the holidays where we just will schedule. In this case, the team gets called in to check out disturbances at a family's apartment.
Yeah, I got a picture of the scratches.
Possible scratches have the team on alert.
Well, thoughts?
Hello. Hi, I'm Mary with Paranormal Endeavors.
It's really weird. I've had this bookshelf for many years, you know, and living at my parents' house, I had an incident of stuff falling off of it. Bottle of holy water from my youngest baptism. Yeah, but
As long as you have spiritual luck, you believe in.
Kind of just never doing anything, just watching, but it's enough to, you know, terrify me enough, you know.
A special guest investigator tags along.
Paranormal Endeavors. Hi, Crystal.
And you'd met at Edinburgh?
Edinburgh, yes. Yes, we did. Yes.
This one we do have our guest investigators. First time I met her.
I learned several different things tonight that I'm sure with my group.
The source of this may be from a local cemetery.
Was there an outbreak of influenza? Were you victim of something that caused you sick? I think we're out, maybe.
I think that.
Does the team get their validation?
Like, try and keep a balance on just about everything in life and death.
Are you a child that has shown himself or followed them here? What happens when everyone leaves?
Yeah.
You know, it feels like somewhere you can live rather than somewhere where
It just feels like home.
Right.
You know?
That's the whole aspect, is give that peace.
Another heavy-hearted farewell to a longtime field researcher of the
Been
team.
forever.
Yes, it has. I'm already about to start crying.
This chapter has been the most solid since probably chapter 3 or 4 in terms of people coming and going.
I can't do it here in Pleasantville anymore.
I'm leaving my paranormal family.
I just want to be happy again.
Definitely Endia. If you see this later on, continue to grow in what you've started with us.
It wouldn't feel right not saying goodbye to you guys. I mean, too bad Eric couldn't be here because I wanted to say goodbye to him too.
We love you so much. It's 3 a.m.
right, so this case, well, overall, this season is typically our busy season, which falls from September through early January, kind of late December. Has got off to a slow start. It's not unheard of. It happened a couple of years back as well.
Okay, we're going to be going to Waverly, Iowa, and this is a case that I set up. It's with a family. They have 3 children, mom and dad, and there's just some activity happening that the children are a little scared, and so we're going tonight to find out what we can do to help.
Just getting packed up and getting the van loaded so we can kind of do this reloading excursion once we meet up at the meeting spot, and we get to meet the rest of the crew and do the briefing on this.
We are setting up to roll here to go to Waverly. I'm kind of excited. It's a family that's in need of us to help them.
Yeah, I'm not really picking up anything on the case itself, I don't believe.
And I got this case from Robin, who is with another team, and she's going to be working with us, and she'll probably meet us there tonight.
So we're going to do the rolling mobile briefing here. So Mary, tell us what you get.
Okay, our client's name is Bethany.
It's probably the last case before the Thanksgiving blackout period. We'll do blackout periods around the holidays where we just will schedule a case unless it's dire emergency kind of situation.
Okay, things that seem to be happening is the children have got finger impressions and scratches on them. They're depressed, they're having trouble sleeping, they're tired, no one's on medication.
US 65 north
they have tried to talk to someone at the church, but they won't talk to her because, they say it's not crazy or whatever. Okay, and the husband is really freaked out about everything that's going on. And I asked them about what would you think if we didn't find anything. They wouldn't be upset, but they're pretty sure we'll find stuff. This case came to us from Robin she's from another team. I can't think of where Robin is from. But her take on it when I talked to Robin was that she said that they're headachy, foggy, not feeling well, and the little boy wakes up crying at night. Client blessed the house with holy water and themselves, and things got worse for the children.
This one, Mary had worked up. She's going to give us a briefing. We're not doing it here at HQ, which is a little unusual, but we do these sometimes if the case is far off in a different direction, especially ones that are a little bit further away, and some of the other teammates, it would be just an extra hour out of their way, whatnot, to come here first. This is a backtrack. So
I guess my question is, when did Robin get involved? Like, did they, and then how did they find them? Did they go to their website? Did they message them?
I'm not sure how Robin got the information. I guess I didn't ask her that question.
Do they both work? Did you ask that?
What?
Do they both work? Are they not there sometimes during the day? Like, do the kids go to daycare? Does she work? Does he work?
She works. Like I said, I think she works at in a nursing home type setting. I think she might be in the kitchen at a nursing home. I'm not sure what he does.
Okay, so they both work, which means they're not home sometimes during the day.
Yes. I don't know. Did I mention that they used to live by a cemetery, and she walked through it once, and her mother thinks that it's an attachment that followed her.
Has she ever seen anything out of place at her house? Like maybe somebody else has walked in and...
No, nothing she reported.
Just the medication.
Yeah, just the medication.
On the The other team, yeah. So they like if they reached out, like they noticed they needed help, and they just happened to reach out, and Robin responded, and then Robin went in with herself or a group of 10.
Robin hasn't been into the house. She just took the information and...
they've not been there.
So they hadn't been there.
They have not been to the house.
Okay.
Okay.
I kind of got the initial impression that she had investigated it and it was over their pay grade, and so they had us go in.
No, she just pretty much did what I did.
For 42 miles.
She just talked with them.
Okay, and just decided it was more than she bargained for?
I think so. I think that...
Just off the information alone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe it was Darcy that gave her our number.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, yeah, I believe one of the true person that started, I guess, the ball rolling was Darcy.
Okay. So they're worried enough to think that it could be something. They've never been there, but they're worried enough that it could be some possible possession or possible entity or
an attachment. So I mean, I think we entity, whatever. I don't know. Like I said,
because the more we talk about it, I'm getting something. So I agree. When children are involved, we need to, that needs to be handled.
This one we also previously had, there's an investigator or another team that was involved prior, and we'd actually got this through networking, and I've been told that she or he might be there, or one of the investigators, or a couple of them, not sure, just as kind of a guest, whatnot. We welcome them because they have that prior knowledge and experience at this place.
The video of the orbs and
they've taken
things
pictures.
that they saw, but you couldn't get it through Messenger to me.
Was it the client that sent it to her, and then she sent it to you?
Yeah, she was trying to, but she never did.
Okay.
That you still didn't answer his question, right?
What?
Did Robin take the video, or did the client take the video?
Oh, here. I got a picture of the scratches.
She still hasn't answered.
Still didn't answer the question.
The client, I guess, because Robin's never set foot in the place.
The client does.
Okay.
Yeah,
From what I understand, Robin has never been there or seen or talked to the people other than on the phone, right?
That's right.
Okay.
This is on the client?
This is on the son.
Oh, the son.
Did you see it, Jerry?
Palmer, Jay.
It's an apartment. This must be used.
Hello. Hi, I'm Mary with Paranormal Endeavors. It's nice to meet you.
I'm Jake.
Hello. And you must be.
I'm Bethany.
Hi, Bethany.
Hi.
Yes.
I'm Eric.
This is their team leader.
This is Jarrett, evidence analyst.
I don't shake that.
Mary's, Crystal's the other case manager.
Hi.
Okay. Hello. Well, nothing really happens in the kitchen area.
Okay.
Out here, we've had a camera set up out here. We've had on video a couple different orbs, that we have caught that has been shown out here.
Okay, now, I think Grubfish send me those.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the scratches. I did not see the orb one.
Yeah, I have two separate ones that have orbs.
Okay.
And it's really weird. I've had this bookshelf for many years, and living at my parents' house, I had an incident of stuff falling off of it, and one of the orbs literally came out of the bookshelf up to the camera. So I know.
I've seen what's going on there.
Yeah, I do have that one. And the other one, it was like just coming across the room, and like again, it came like right up past the camera. And the two main areas is the bedrooms for the most part. My kid's bedroom and our bedroom. You know, like I said, my son's scratches happened right when he went to bed. I was literally tucking him in, and then he told me, my back hurts. He sat up, and they just appeared. You know, I don't know what happened or anything like that.
I heard our doorknob jiggle a little bit, but we have a lock on our door just because, you know, we like privacy.
Yeah.
And I got up, both doors were closed, they were both asleep. So I went back to bed, a little bit freaked out. Looked on they had a camera in their room at the time. Looked on that, their door was opening. I couldn't catch it quick enough to record that. Otherwise it, you know, with enough motion it records on its own, but it wasn't quick enough to activate the recording.
And like I said, he was laying in bed when he got those scratches on his back. I have up here a bottle of holy water from my youngest baptism. I didn't think it quite worked as well.
Oh, it'll work no matter fear.
Yeah, but
as long as you have spiritual love, you believe in God.
Because
anyone can do it actually.
Like when I go to work, I come in here, I check on them, cover them up, you know, because I give it 3 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, it's like I've seen. Okay, we've had stuff picked up. I come in here, there's like maybe like one of these trucks on the floor, and I'm like, we put that away last night. You know, and it's like naturally, yeah, there's stuff that does fall off of it, but that's only if you like are physically touching it or bumping it. You know.
Yeah. Okay.
Possible DVR camera setup. Position in here.
Yeah, and we rotate the camera, you know, throughout the apartment. You know, it'll be in the living room some nights and here some nights. Right now it's set up in our bedroom.
And so you're just sleeping and then all of a sudden this yank.
Yeah, that's when I was living at my parents' house. They live by a cemetery.
Okay, they are the ones.
Yeah, they're the ones that live up that way. And I used to do like a lot of exercise walks, and I did it in the cemetery. You know.
Yeah.
And when I like talked to me about it, I'm like, well, do you know you can bring home attachments that way? And I'm like, I didn't realize that after all them times I've gone through there.
It's rare, especially in a cemetery, because a lot of them actually don't have spirit activity in them, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, I was just going to ask, you just passed through, you never had stopped or dabbled in the cemetery or, you know, Ouija board or any of that kind of stuff?
Never a Ouija board. I have visited sites at the cemetery of people I knew, you know, that have been buried there, but I've never really disturbed any grave sites or anything like that. Of somebody or something watching me. You know, I'll be in a dead sleep. You know, and then I wake up, this little boy, you know, I'm like looking at it, I know it's not one of mine. You know, just the way he looks, the way he's dressed, everything. I'm just like, that is not my child. It started with him standing in the doorway, just watching me. And then a couple nights later, it would be like closer here. And the last time I noticed it, it was right here. So it kept getting closer and closer.
That's during the nights, or that's the one night?
It's been throughout a couple months.
Okay.
Yeah, just gradually kind of worked its way to the side of the bed.
Kind of curiosity.
Yeah, just kind of just never doing anything, just watching, but it's enough to, you know, terrify me enough. You know, I'm like, I don't want to do anything.
On a couple occasions, it's been when the boys are not here.
Yeah, when they're not here, so I know it's not mine because they're with her father. They're not here.
Your son said something about red eyes?
Red glowing eyes in his bedroom one night when he was sleeping and got up to go to the bathroom. And he was concerned about it, and I think that's part of the reason why he started wanting the closet door shut. Because it was towards that general area in the corner, you know, by the closet door.
When did you move in here?
A year and a half ago.
Okay.
And I've been dealing with like a lot of the same things I was when I was living there, so I think it just kind of came with me, deal.
It sounds kind of like Minnesota. That case.
Definitely.
Came early enough. If we can do their setup, get that stuff just kind of going, we could do kind of like what we did in Minnesota. Go out to at least the cemetery, maybe during the day, see if there's something that we can pick up on, a name or anything with this supposed kid or something that's manifested as a kid.
I mean, they have a, I know there are kids in that cemetery. Right in the front of the cemetery is what they call baby land. You know, where all infants and young children are all buried in.
Yeah.
Last
At the
time we
very
were over
entrance.
there was a headstone that was like knocked over and cracked.
We did report it to them saying, hey, I want to let you guys know
But
that
it looked
this
like
is
it had
what's
been there for a
happened.
while.
Right.
You know, so that way they could fix it.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you. We'll go and get stuff here and get set up.
Thank you.
Okay.
Something's definitely curious, but it's still hiding. That's just kind of what I'm picking up initially, so we won't get into it too much till we can see what we start getting after we start running some tests and things.
Should be a good case tonight. Here to help a family to find out what's going on, and so that they can sleep better at night, and their children will be able to sleep better at night.
We are here to help the family with children, and it's an apartment, and we also have a guest. Excited to have her, Robin from Cedar Valley Ghost Hunters.
This one we do have our guest investigators. First time I met her, she does have a familiar face. Like I am wondering if maybe she was at we crossed paths at the maybe one of Kelly's events. I'm not sure, but I know Jarrett and Crystal had met her at Edinburgh.
I'm Crystal Farnsworth, Paranormal Endeavors. Hi, Crystal.
And you'd met at Edinburgh?
Edinburgh, yes. Yes, we did. Yes. I'm Robin with Cedar Valley Ghost Hunters. Welcome. Thank you to our little story.
Yes.
Team lead Eric with Paranormal
Hi, Eric.
Endeavors.
How are you doing?
Doing good, thanks.
And Jared Osborne. Hi, Jared.
Whatever his name is, another case manager.
This is my son.
Okay.
Yeah. Guest investigator here with us tonight from the Cedar Valley Ghost Hunters, and their name's Robin. Ironically met her at Edinburgh back here in June, I believe. So it's kind of neat to have a little circle come back together and help them out with helping out a client as well.
Mary's enjoying her juice box.
Good.
She's content, Jarrett.
You just blocked up.
Is there anything I can do to help? Spirit comes through and touches it, it will.
Oh, that's neat.
That way you get light and sound authentication to pendulum moving, rather than saying, well, I think it's moving, and on camera you're like, it's just video, digital, you know.
And it's gonna be great to, see how someone else handles a case.
And some of the things, the details, are kind of syncing up to a potential suspect in the activity. We're going to go to a cemetery that's connected to this potential subject, see what information we could find there as well. It does kind of remind us of our case in Minnesota, where that was also kind of a play in that client situation. Alright, so now we're approaching that cemetery that we spoke of. Clients are driving ahead of us along with our guest Robin. Alright, recording. This is mobile audio session 1 at the cemetery in Waverly. It is 4:54 p.m. November 10th, Saturday. And we just entered this area here where the children area is.
How long has your team been established?
It will be 12 years
Okay.
in August.
And how many people do you have on it?
6.
6. Cool. I don't know why I mean to say that, but okay. And where do you do mainly up north here? Where's your area you usually
We go
do?
all over. Mainly it's Waterloo though. you know, or wherever anybody calls us. We've been to Mason City, and we even did one down in South Carolina one time because a friend of Michelle's had called, and they were having paranormal activity. So we took some. 3 of us went down and did an investigation down there.
I think we'll get a lot of evidence from the cemetery.
We did go out and we did investigate the cemetery. We did stop at the Babyland first.
No, it's just an awesome opportunity to meet you guys and to be included on the investigation. I thank you.
Well, we thank you for coming along with us and help and giving us a case.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We had pukey smell just come across us. Okay,
especially
get her
when it
saying
rains, it's a heavier smell to it.
So the vomit smell is normal, I guess, through here for some reason.
For some reason, I can't tell you why. Ever since we moved up here, it's been like that. Like I said, especially when it rains in the summertime, it's a lot heavier. And there are times it can smell like a rosary type smell too.
We were come to the top of it, and I could smell this putrid smell like puke. And I thought, wow, that's weird. And then all of a sudden, everybody else started saying they smelled the same smell. And then we were standing there talking, and one of them said something about you smell rosary water.
Crystal and I had just overwhelming whiff of this like puke smell. It came and it gone, it left, and so we don't know exactly. And then we talked to the client, and they said, yeah, that was a smell that's been reported there before, so it was kind of good validation for us.
I couldn't
Now
tell
I
you.
smell the rosary water.
Yeah,
now
the
that
rosary.
you said that, do you smell it now?
It's a rosary.
Yeah, sweet smell.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm drawn up to the top of this hill, basically, right there for some reason.
Yeah, because the further in you go, you know, the more heaviness you can feel.
Okay.
Let's drive up.
Yeah.
You want to walk or drive?
I think I'll drive. Drive, please.
We're gonna drive up there, I think.
Okay.
Who's here? Who wants to talk?
There's that sweet smell. It's like a rose. It's sweet.
And I was drawn to this area up on the hill there, and surely, you know, we get there, and what do you know? Basically, it sounded like multiple voices that were like yelling or shouting at us within the first things that came through the SB7. Are you responsible for the puke smell?
It's like you're here.
Say that again?
And then I was getting a vision of a man, like a clergy, back in the 1800s, rode a black horse. I asked him to show himself. He didn't quite do that, but he was there. He was very strong in there, and he came across a couple of times.
Was there an outbreak of influenza? Were you victim of something that caused you sick? I think we're on, maybe.
I think that's it.
Was there a mass in? Whoa.
Whoa, what was that? Whoa.
Were you victim of something that caused you sick? I think we're on, maybe.
I think that's it.
Was there a mass in? Whoa.
Whoa.
That was screaming.
Are we correct? Are we on something? Was there a mass pandemic or mass death due to illness in this area? Yeah, it's recording. Can you say that again, sir, or people? Could you give us your name? Did you die of the flu?
Enjoy the rest of the
Enjoy the rest of the night? Enjoy the rest of the night? Okay.
Something. Audio, listen back.
Never
Passed
heard.
away of consumption or tuberculosis.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Did it say a name?
Yeah.
Said something, but we couldn't make it out.
There's something over here.
How about the flu?
18.
It goes back to 1800s all throughout here.
Did you
In
pass?
the 1800s, they wouldn't know what the flu is. They know
No.
it as consumption.
Is consumption what you called it?
Something about a holiday?
Oh, Thanksgiving, Christmas coming up. Does that mean something to you?
Did you die around then? Who are we talking to? Can you give us a name?
Did you follow them home because of their boys? You could relate to them if you truly are a child. Said something there.
Yeah. Is it because she felt sorry for you? Are you a pastor? I'm getting holy man.
Froze our booties off, but
It was cold. Really cold. I couldn't do it. It's cold. That's my thoughts on it.
So, very interesting place. I'd like to go back again when it's warmer.
I mean, he's like real strong, and I wanted him to appear
If
and
this
show
is
himself.
you, we're gonna say that again.
Ooh.
If this is you, we're gonna stop at another place over here, and you can communicate with us at that spot as well. It's just kind of cold. Hope you understand.
Us humans don't take the cold very well. Thank you for communicating with me. I felt you very close to me.
You can, at least while we're here, you can communicate with us when we make our next stop. But if you're here, you're supposed to stay here, not follow us
Yeah,
out of
don't
these
follow
grounds.
me out. Don't follow me to the car.
1890, does that ring a bell? Something. So listen back to that. Whoa.
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 Say that again, please. Are we on to something? Was it 1880s, 1890s? The late 1800s? Or you communicate to us through this device? Or it's mine. Alright, we're about to go in a minute here. Is there any final things you wish to say or let us know? Our intention is to try to help this child that is visiting these nice folks here. There's a possible theory that he or she followed them home from here. Seeing shadows?
I saw something. I don't know what it was, but I saw it.
We're seeing things moving here. Maybe you got it on camera, Mary. Don't get frostbite. Go ahead.
I'm going over there. Yeah, with you.
I'll go with. You coming?
Right here. That's how close it was.
Are you over here watching us?
Right here, guys. This is how close it was.
This is the only gated area in this country.
Who's here with us? I saw you moving. I know you're here.
Something's red down.
Well, there is stuff through the trees there, but this was like right here.
Anything else you wish to say?
We're going back to the car. It's cold.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi. It was like right here, Eric. I saw eyes, and I saw it move over here. Moved over to that circle right there.
Yeah, that's the largest family plot here. Is this here? I think it's got 3 generations in it.
And there was like a shadow. I could see a
Child, do you belong here?
like a man riding a horse, shadow type right through there.
Are you the Reverend? Are you the holy man? Are you confused at what we're trying to do?
We're not here to hurt you. We're just here to know your story. You're very interesting to us. We are trying to help these young kids here, trying to get them some peace of mind. We thought maybe you could give us an answer what's going on. I tripped over.
You okay?
I'm fine. I tripped over his toe.
You got that on camera.
I did.
I know that I couldn't be out there that much because of, health-wise, but it was. But what it was when I was out there, it was pretty cool.
It was just, the cemetery is definitely very active, but I was also, we were getting like the shadows and movement and stuff, and it kind of felt like a small crowd was starting to come out, and that's when we kind of stopped it there. But with the evidence that we got so far, there's a suspect that there could have been, whether it been influenza, cholera, something of that nature around the 1880s to 1890s time frame that wiped out multiple people and children. That's kind of what we're going to work with. We're going to try to get some validation through the scientific, see if that's exactly what's going on. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna make my
Kind
way
of go over
over
here. Just remember this camera's on too. Just trying to find out what might be going on here. Are you the little boy who's shown himself?
And if you walk by it and touch it, it will make music. It's right over there on the box.
Over there. You heard it go off a few times because Mary had bumped it.
Sorry.
Sounds like a music box. You can play music with it. Like Mary had a little lamb or something like that. We're just as curious about you as you are as curious about us. I know you're standing here looking at us. You can come forward and talk to us. We won't hurt you. We mean you no harm, and we want no harm in return, please.
You watching, or are you kind of lurking around us, but just not sure of us?
He's here. I can feel him.
I got chills. Just.
I don't know so much if it's a little boy.
You going with what I taught you, Mary? That's part of what we're trying to identify here. If you're truly a boy, or if you're manifesting yourself as a child.
I'm more cynical or whatever.
Well, not cynical. You're
not
more
cynical.
skeptical. You're more...
Yeah, skeptical. That's
Yeah.
the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
I'm more skeptical anymore.
That's the way to be. Good stuff. You'd be less likely to be taken for a ride by something if you're not just naive.
No, actually what I feel is like, I kind of feel like, I don't want to say disgust or what, but I just feel like
Oh my God, you figured out what I am. That's what it is.
What?
It's, oh my God, you figured out what I am.
Yeah, it's just, it's annoying. It's just like,
You're a trickster and you don't really belong here.
That's right.
You don't want us to probe. That's probably why you started scratching and getting ornery with them. Well, that makes sense. But that's a no-no, you know? There's ways here. And if you are of the elemental sort, there's something, usually, especially if you followed one of them home, a lot of times that means something happened to cause that. Did someone provoke you, even though they were unaware? Someone make you upset?
I'm just perturbed. Something about my arm right now.
Are you getting scratched, Mary?
I don't know if I'm getting scratched. It feels a little warm and...
Yeah.
Okay, you want to take the camera and look? Right up here. Just see back here. Back here.
I won't be able to see it really well, but...
Yeah.
We'll look at it more in the light.
Yeah, you know, hurts a little. It kind of stings a little.
Oh, okay, so it is stinging.
Yeah, it is stinging a little.
Can you see here?
Oh, scratch there.
Did you do that to you? Because you were rubbing it, so I don't... It doesn't look like
distinct. It doesn't look like the photos.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the only
I
area.
don't know. That's more like over. Is there anything right here?
Not seeing anything.
I felt like I was getting scratched by what it was. I mean, first of all, you know, trying to come out. It was trying to come out as a child, and I just didn't think it was a child. I mean, I was having none of that.
I was not getting that it's a boy. It's not a boy at all. I believe it's a something other. And every time I'd say woodland something or woods or something like that, the little K2s would go off.
Luckily, we intervened enough that nothing had appeared. She didn't have the red marks on her. But I had to kind of step in as well and kind of do a shield and a little bit of Reiki as well to counter it.
You're not playing nice right now.
Yeah, and I wish you would come out of the shadows and own up to what you're doing.
I think you are something from the woods. You're a little nymph.
You nature spirit.
I get a feeling you are not nice. Period.
Yeah. I think it rather.
I don't think it's nice. Period.
I think it rather like torment.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's a tormentor.
Do religious items make you upset? Like crosses and crucifixes?
Yeah, look at
holy water, because holy water had spiked up activity apparently.
Look at my bracelet. This has been blessed.
Then the client had felt herself get scratched, and so I was kind of witness to that. So I know she didn't scratch herself. So that one was rather interesting. And it's not your razor blade, bloody scratch, or things that we look for worrisome areas. This one's coming across more human. It's very wide, raised, inflamed scratches. They're not the sharp razor blade worrisome that we always worry about.
It's a jerk. You're a jerk.
Is that the name you want us to call you? Alright, so this device, tell a little bit about it. So it's an app that doesn't use frequencies or...
It's a DR60 sound bank, it says right here. And it does an echo reverb.
Okay.
This shoulder's really hurting, like.
Okay, you can talk to us now through this device on my phone. Yes, you can talk to us.
How's it feeling? Worse? The same?
It's a little. I mean, about the same.
Yeah, it's not getting worse. It's feeling the heat off of you from there.
What is your name? Who is here with us? What is your name?
It's affecting me right here, my solar plex too. Right there.
Which one's worse right now? I was focusing on your arm, but...
The solar plex is starting to...
I'm getting chills, dude.
Oh, there was Eric. Did you?
I heard that. Is your name Steven?
Worse.
We'll have to listen to that one backwards because it sounds like it was speaking to us backwards. Are you speaking us to us in reverse?
See, I kind of feel like coldness coming off your hand, but there's heat. That's what I'm feeling.
I'm feeling the exchange. It's like a battle. It's like I'm the cold. It's like icy hot with my Reiki.
Right. Right. That's kind of like what it feels like. It feels like I have like icy hot.
It's soothing, but you still have it. It's like
yeah, the coolness is soothing, but it's
It said what you feel.
What you feel.
What you feel? Feeling like I want to beat you up.
There are 8 of you.
Four?
4. You just playing with us now? 8, 4, 1.
Woods? Are you from the woods? Darkness?
Darkness.
From the darkness. I don't know.
You know.
I don't think it's anything we think it is.
Yeah. Well, it's playing with us.
Mm-mm. It's not human.
I might bypass my offering idea.
Let me repeat that again. Are you a dark angel?
No.
Are you a gnome?
You're talking to us in reverse.
No.
Come on, are you the trickster? You are the trickster.
You hold another spirit's back so they can't communicate, is that correct?
That's what it is. Who sent you?
Why did you follow and attach yourself to this family?
Bored.
That's not a very good answer. Trying to work on my solar plexus too, I feel it.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like right here, isn't it?
I'm just getting rid. I mean, I'm
like
shielding.
Right under the ribs, kind of.
To me, it was just kind of like right here. A little bit of that nauseous feeling.
Yeah.
Thank you for that validation, but that's not what we want exactly. You might be trying to give us that, so you're shooing us out of here. You might be trying to do that, make us feel sick, uncomfortable.
I mean, heaviness in the head.
Mm-hmm.
You dummies?
Maybe.
Sound like you dummies.
Are you calling us dummies? Calling us many names?
What's that smell?
Yeah.
Yeah. That came out very clear.
Thought I heard something stinks or something before that. Are you guys smelling the vomit smell? The puke smell too?
See, at first I was going, Krista, did you
I
say
was
that?
I was just thinking, what's that smell? It sounds like French fries.
Because Mary didn't fart, so it wasn't.
No, it wasn't me
It smells
farting.
like potatoes.
No, I do,
But
but they just
definitely-
got in. I wonder if they got food.
That's funny. What's that smell?
I know, that was like a full sentence.
Is that you're intelligent? Because you're smelling that just before we smelled it? Yep. Is that yep? Alright, I'm going to think something, but then I'm going to talk kind of in gibberish, because that's kind of what you guys are doing now. See if you can understand me. Turning the tables briefly here. So I'm going to think something, and then I'm going to say stuff, and some of the words I'll try to say in reverse. I'm not normally talking in reverse, but we'll just go with me here. See if you guys are intelligent enough to figure it out. Is Shabki go? No? Repeat that. Say that again. No.
Sounded like it was talking backwards too.
Because what I was thinking is, do you want us to go?
Mhm.
And then I was trying to say some of that in reverse. Akushan ai over me.
talking to you in reverse. That's funny. Thanks. It said thanks.
Do you find this humorous?
Yes. It's very small. Do you hear me?
Yeah. What I'd asked was, do you want to be crossed over?
And they were talking back to you in reverse. Did you hear them all?
Yep.
Can you say that again, please? You sound like you're in distress.
There.
We're going to work with it a little bit further here. The next session we're going to have our guest Robin go and Jarrett, and I'll join them as well, and just see what happens during that time frame.
So what can you tell me of who you are? Like, try and keep a balance on just about everything in life and death. So when the dead are creating an unbalance on the living, that's usually when we get called in.
Why are you here?
Is that what it is? Is it just boring?
That's what you said earlier, too. We asked why you're doing it, and you said, I'm bored.
What can you tell us about the nauseous and the stomach pain? No, it ain't witches.
Thought I smelled the puke smell again at the end of last session.
Sir George?
Damn it, yeah.
You do realize you're scaring these people?
The more information that you can give me on how to help the place, the easier it is for me to balance the energies without hurting you as well. Sticking around because you're bored and you just want to pick on the living is never conducive.
Gimp?
But the living here need peace as well. So if I cannot help you in your path, and the living here don't want you around, I'll have to send you on your way. So it's better that you work with me. Now they're just toying. Bad wolf, do it. Is this going to be one of those situations again where you're all friggin' cocky in the beginning like this, and then once I get into doing what I'm doing, it's all the screaming and the yelling and the no's and the why me and
Enough.
Stop and...
Yep. It's interesting though that they'd call themselves out though.
Mm-hmm. It's all fun and games till you make me do my job, and then it's why me? Why did we do this? Why are you doing this? Sounds like he's just bored, a pain in the ass, and basically an asshole. That's basically what it boils down to.
Is it time to get in the spiritual side then and do what we need to do? Are you aware of what that is? So the whole bullying back the bully.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know I'll do much of just in case I jump in as your shield as you do your stuff if it gets worse.
We're going in.
We're ready to go into another sessions.
Possible portal that the 8 of you might have been running in and out of. Is that harder for you to do that now?
Started off as a smart mouth, but he didn't last long. He went without a fight. That was rather quick and easy and simple. Hopefully it sticks, and that's something that we've talked about forever, and since I've been on the team as well.
We'll see here. There's a certain level of respect you got to have for all types of energies, negative or good, and those that are even just tricksters. So I don't want to jump our ship, I guess, so to speak, and toot our horn too much yet. It's just going to be a matter of time to just see how things go. Initial impact, though, is it just got quiet on the ITC devices, and it felt lighter. Clients had also supported that as well, so it's a good sign for starters.
How's that feel? Quiet. I was trying to get validation.
Starting to silence you, isn't it? Well, sometimes silence is the best validation we can get.
Yeah.
I was asking for the other spirits.
Right. Good.
Ready to go through with my candles, or are we good?
Nah, you're good.
Carrie, can you shut
Overkill.
this?
Right.
Shut this off.
Much as I love trimmers, and there's no such thing as overkill, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, how's it feel for everyone else? I mean, so far.
You want to walk in there and see if you feel anything different, or?
It feels lighter.
Lighter?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see what he feels. Go ahead. See if you notice a difference.
Lighter.
It just kind of feels like a home.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
That's good.
Yeah, because I don't get like a heaviness in my chest. I don't feel that.
It's not that I get a heaviness, it's that I feel like, not that everything's uneasy in here, it just doesn't feel right, but it doesn't really feel wrong.
Yeah.
It just feels...
It feels just like a room now.
Yeah.
It just kind of feels like I'm walking into a room somewhere.
Yeah, I
And this feels like a place that I can just sleep now.
Yeah, I don't have that heaviness anymore.
Good.
I don't feel it. I think it's gone.
Good. So the validation will, of course, over the next couple weeks especially, you just let us know, because if any time any kind of resurgence or anything, it's more likely to happen usually within that time frame. But
Okay.
It sounds like it was a good outcome. I hope it stays that way for the clients. And I think the team worked really well together and did a great job. And our guest, Robin, I thought it was really fun to work with her.
And it seemed like the room got lighter. It just, the air got lighter, like you could breathe. It wasn't heavy, and
they confirmed.
Lift off everything.
It just kind of feels like I walk in here, I look at the bed, and then it's just
Everything's different. Yep. That's good.
So what'd you think of our...
I thought it was awesome.
Yeah? That's good.
I'm very happy to meet you guys and to be able to work with you guys.
Awesome.
I learned several different things tonight that I will share with my group. And
Good.
yeah, anytime.
all right.
You need us.
Yes.
I'll be keeping in contact.
And if there's anything we can ever we need you for, we'll.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd
Awesome.
love to work with you some more.
It's
Thank
nice
you
meeting
for joining us.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.
I felt like it was everything just lifted off my chest, that weight I had, and it just feels much better. So much better.
Good. I was feeling it. I think you guys were too, as he was
Yeah.
doing that. And I just stood kind of defense. I didn't feel like I had to step in or like protect you. But it seemed to go
How do you feel?
easier.
I walked into the boys' room, and the first thing I thought was, it feels so much more like a room instead of just a place to be.
Yeah.
You know, it feels like somewhere you can live rather than somewhere where you
It just
are.
feels like home.
Right.
You know?
That's the whole aspect, is give that peace. Because
Yes.
a home should be that.
Well, we appreciate it. Let you guys get going.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I get a hug.
Oh,
I get a hug. Oh, big teddy bear hug.
Hi!
Hi.
Been forever.
Yes, it has. I'm already about to start crying.
Yeah. So what's going on, kiddo?
Moving to Wyoming. Going back. I'm leaving this afternoon.
Yeah.
I can't do it here in Pleasantville anymore. I am leaving my paranormal family and going out to Wyoming. Back out to Wyoming. I'm gonna miss everybody a lot. I've been around for a few years, and it's like I'm cutting off one of my limbs, and it sucks. I'm gonna miss everybody a lot. I just want to be happy again.
Just remember it starts with you, okay? Happiness is not external forces. You know, the struggles behind it.
I know, but I can't be happy at all being here, being in this town,
Right.
or in this state actually anymore. So I'm glad that I met everybody, and that I had the chance to be in their lives and have for them to be in mine. You guys aren't just friends, like your family,
Yeah,
you know,
we're all family.
as Eric calls it, the para family, I think.
And people are starting to notice it more, that they're starting to go out to events and things. You know, we know Eric's not an event person.
Yeah.
It's, you know, more his style to help the clients and stuff like that. But more of us that are getting out to the events, they're starting to see that para family that is more extended as well. Different families that are helping each other out, different teams helping each other out.
Well, I guess it isn't goodbye. It's a see you later kind of thing, because you guys are never going to get rid of me.
Time to say goodbye to another one of our own. This happens time to time. I would say this chapter has been the most solid since probably chapter 3 or 4 in terms of people coming and going.
I didn't want to leave town without saying my
Right.
goodbyes
Right?
to everybody. It wouldn't feel right not saying goodbye to you guys. And too
Oh,
bad
yeah.
Eric couldn't be here, because I wanted to say goodbye to him too.
She's been with us about just a little over 3.5 years now. Great asset. She was one of those that could just watch her spiritual development grow and bloom, and it was just one of those fantastic moments. You know, as a leader, you can kind of see this happen.
It's just hard to believe that I'm sitting here thinking about everything that I've been through this last year. She sucks.
Definitely, Endia. You see this later on. Continue to grow in what you've started with us. Those gifts are coming into a sharp focus, or they were at least several cases with you. So continue that, stay the course, and perhaps we'll see each other again.
Like, there was points of time where I wouldn't even leave my room for days on end.
Sweetie, I live
You know?
freaking blocks away from you, and I couldn't get you to come over to say hello. We know. You know? We know. Oh, we love you so much.
I love you guys too.